We are Team C and we're going to present the ergonomic intervention on San Jose's bakery shop. Within this project, we will see the application and analysis of some of the ergonomic tools we learned to use during this semester in order to provide an improvement in the workspace so it can be safe and adequate for the employees. On November 1984, San Jose's bakery shop was founded on Lincoln Avenue 5501 in Monterey, Nuevo León. Since the beginning, it was welcomed with great acceptance, and today they have 9 distributed branches along the city.
For our ergonomic case study, we decided to focus on the syrup extraction activity, usually carried out by middle-aged women. We selected this activity due to the lousy posture adopted by the woman in the workstation. Now let me explain the methodology. Once the method has been defined, we go on to evaluate the video to obtain data and thus be able to see which body part's safeness is at risk and to decide which are the workstation's features that must be improved in order to prevent future diseases.
Now we are going to see the results, and we use the method KEK, so let's see. Now we will see in this board letters that each one has their punctuation and their meaning of what we analyze in this quick expressive check, and we will see the ultimate results in the next slide. In the syrup extraction operation from the bread and cake mixes, we found out that the woman carrying out the activity must exert a lot of force on their arm, and the posture is not the best. Therefore, there is a high risk which can cause some muscular injury. We obtained that the back is in limited risk, while the shoulder, arm, hand, wrist, and neck are in moderate risk. Therefore, it is a necessity to improve the workstation.
We also did an anthropometric study. The job position we analyzed is usually fulfilled by middle-aged women, so the characteristics of the mentioned profile were measured in 10 different women. In the table we can see all the characteristics we took in consideration for a study, such as height, eyes height, elbow height while sitting, chest size, between others. Now, with the measurements we got, we calculated the mean, the deviation, and the percentile. These random numbers look like they don't mean anything, but we can take these and use them as the base measurements to create an ergonomic workstation for the employees, as we will see later.
Now in the discussion we're going to see the improvement proposal and more. First of all, the original process consists on the woman pumping the container so she can fill up a measurement bottle. It's here where a chronic disease could be generated by repeating the same activity during 8 hours, involving the shoulder, arm, wrist, and hand's safeness. With the proposed improvement, the employee does not have to pump the liquid. Therefore, she can avoid to lift her shoulder, stretch her arm, and bending her wrist. That's why we replaced the generic container in the floor with an IBC industrial tank dispenser on a table so that the woman can avoid getting hurt or getting a chronic disease. The dispenser will be at a height of 1.2 meters. The employee will only need to put her arm at a 90 degrees angle with the can in her hand, and the other hand's job will be to lift the lever to run the syrup. The risks we eliminate with the improvement proposal: the risk of cumulative trauma, disorders in the area of the wrist, hands, shoulders, and neck, which were the most affected areas prior improvement, is decreased. Low chance to develop the rotator cuff disease as well as the risk of cervical problems.
Now we have the implementation costs. We took into consideration approximate cost for improvement proposal. We have an IBC tank for $550, an industrial work table for $229, and a dispenser tap for $9.16, giving us a total of $788.16, which are around 17,200 Mexican pesos. This cost, compared with the cost of treatment for an MDS, sound very reasonable. We also have to consider that this will be implemented in the very San Jose's branches, therefore preventing many employees of putting their safeness at risk.
By implementing the improvement proposal, we can also eliminate the risk of contracting certain MDS, such as lymph node cysts. These are benign non-cancerous lumps that form along the tendons and joints of the wrist and hand. These are attributed to the repetitive movements in the affected area. In this case, it could be caused by the repetitive pumping of the syrup by the woman in the station. We can also eliminate the risk of contracting bursitis. This is the inflammation of the fluid sacs at the shoulder joint. Also, Guyon canal syndrome. This is a neurological syndrome that causes weakness, atrophy, or loss of the sensation in some regions of the hand and wrist. And osteoarthritis, it causes worn out joints, which does not allow the correct sliding of the bone over another. The medical costs for treating this type of diseases are high. We know that the mean direct cost per year per individual patient with a musculoskeletal disease has increased nearly 61% between the years of 1998 and 2011. It rose from just over $4,800 to nearly $7,800 per person in this time frame.
We as a team conclude that San Jose Bakery Shop should invest in their improvement in order to prevent their employees to develop MDS and also to avoid all the medical costs that will be involved in this matter.